fighter jet-inspired Lamborghinis, mysterious Mercedes, and from here, it only gets crazier. Ralph Lauren's $800 million garage has cars so rare that even museums beg to display them. We're talking one-of-one Bugattis, secret McLarens, and a Ferrari he bought for $600,000 that's now worth $70 million. And trust me, once you see what's hiding inside, you'll never look at Ralph the same way again. Let's get started. 1929, 4.5-liter Birkin blower Bentley. You're not ready for this because Ralph Lauren's oldest car is a 1929 Bentley blower that once raced in the 1930 French Grand Prix and came in second. Before it landed in Ralph's hands in 1988, this car passed through 3 legendary owners, starting with Honor Dorothy Paget, then a private collector in France, and later Sir Anthony Bamford, one of the biggest car collectors ever. This exact Bentley, chassis number HR3976, was built by Walter Owen Bentley during the brand's final days before near bankruptcy. It was fully restored in 1990 by Traction Siebert in England. But what stings is that Bentley made 12 replicas of this car in 2020, calling them Blower Car Zero. Ralph wasn't happy. As a serious collector, owning the only one matters. And while these replicas were auctioned for millions, Ralph's original is priceless. 1955, Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing. Built in the 1950s by Mercedes for high-speed racing, this car shocked the world by winning the 24 Hours of Le Mans and the brutal Carrera Panamericana. With a top speed close to 160 miles per hour, it was the first production car to use direct fuel injection. Nicknamed Papillon, French for butterfly, this beauty is instantly recognizable by its famous upward opening gullwing doors. And since one is never enough for Ralph, he also owns a 300 SL Roadster. This car has even inspired multiple furniture pieces in his home line. Design is design, no matter the form, Ralph once said. He keeps this beauty in perfect condition and has even shown it off at Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. 1939, Alfa Romeo 8C2900 Miglia. Ralph Lauren's 1939 Alfa Romeo is one of just 4 ever built for the famous Italian Miglia race, and one of these cars was auctioned for a mind-blowing $19.8 million. This 2-seater roadster was designed by Vittorio Giano, with its streamlined body crafted by Carrozzeria Touring. Before Ralph bought it, the car belonged to Bill Seri. After getting it, Ralph had it restored by Paul Russell and Company, and it came back even better. In 2005, it won Best in Class at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. 1938, Bugatti, Type 57 SC Atlantic Coupe. Ralph Lauren owns one of only 3 Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic Coupes left on the planet. Only 4 were ever made, and one went missing after Jean Bugatti, who designed the car, passed away. That lost one is known as La Voiture Noire. If Ralph ever sells his, experts say it could become the most expensive car ever, beating even the $142 million Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut. This 1938 Bugatti is called the most beautiful car ever made. Its body is shaped like a teardrop and made of lightweight aluminum. It could hit a top speed of 123 miles per hour and has a horseshoe front grille, along with a boat tail rear end. Lauren bought it in 1988 and had it fully restored. It later won Best of Show at Pebble Beach in 1990 and Villa d'Este in 2013. Back in 2010, another Atlantic sold for $40 million. 1930, Mercedes-Benz SSK, Count Trossi. This car is so mysterious that nobody knows who actually designed it, and out of the 42 SSKs ever built, Ralph Lauren owns the rarest one. It was first sent to Japan in 1930 as just a bare chassis, but came back because no one bought it. It eventually landed in Italy, where it raced in events like the Miglia. Then came Count Felice Trossi. In 1933, he bought the car and designed his own custom body for it. Who actually built that body is still a mystery. Trossi even bought and sold the car a few times between 1932 and 1949. Ralph Lauren bought the car in the 1980s and had it restored by Paul Russell's team. The restoration took 5,000 hours over 2 years. Since then, it runs on a 7.1-litre supercharged engine that howls when you hit the gas and has won Best in Show at Pebble Beach in 1993 and again at Villa d'Este in 2007. 1962. Ferrari 250 GTO. Ralph Lauren didn't grow up rich. He started by selling ties and slowly built a fashion empire. Now he's got one of the world's most valuable Ferrari collections. Out of that, this is the most expensive car in his entire collection. In private auctions, the value of this car has gone up to $70 million. But the shocking part is that Lauren bought it for just $650,000 in 1985. That's one of the best car investments of all time. The 250 GTO was built for racing under the FIA's Group 3 Grand Touring category. It comes with a V12 engine that produces nearly 300 horsepower. Only 36 units of this car were ever made between 1962 and 1964. And you couldn't just walk in and buy one. Enzo Ferrari himself had to approve you before you could even think of owning it. That's how exclusive it was. 1954. Ferrari 375 Plus. Ralph Lauren also owns a Ferrari that sold for $18.3 million at auction. Only 5 of these cars were ever made, but that didn't make it perfect. It was heavier than most rivals and didn't have disc brakes. But the engine changed everything. The 5.0-liter Lamborghini Reventon 12 pushed out 330 horsepower, making it one of the most powerful race cars of its time. This raw power helped it win major races like the 24 Hours of Le Mans and the Carrera Panamericana. It even became the first Ferrari to win Le Mans, which helped Ferrari's rise in the racing world. 1998. McLaren F1 LM. Ralph Lauren owns 3 rarest of the rare McLaren F1. One of them is the McLaren F1 LM, a road-legal beast made to honor McLaren's insane win at the 1995 24 Hours of Le Mans, where they finished 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 13th. Only 5 LM versions were ever built. That makes it even rarer than the regular F1. This LM is lighter, lower, and built for pure speed. It shares the same engine as the GTR race car and comes with a huge rear wing, without any fancy features. Ralph Lauren's LM is one of the few ever made and is believed to be the only 1996 LM model in the US. And if that wasn't enough, he also owns a 1998 F1 and a 1996 Ameritech F1, which is one of just 7 federalized for US roads. 1955. Porsche 550 Spyder. Only 90 of these were ever made, and Ralph owns number 61. It was Porsche's first real race car that was built to take on the track from day one. And it didn't waste time proving itself. In 1953, the 550 entered its very first race at the Nürburgring Eifel and won. After that, it kept landing on the podium almost every time. It had a lightweight body, a 4-speed manual gearbox, and a naturally aspirated inline-4 engine known as the Fuhrmann engine. What's even cooler is that this car inspired the legendary 917 and the modern 918 Spyder. 1955. Jaguar XKD. Lauren's Jaguar XKD has seen some real racing action, and a crash too. It was built by Jaguar to win big at Le Mans. But things didn't go as planned. Jaguar failed in its early attempts and eventually pulled out of racing. Still, Ralph's XKD is no ordinary model. It was raced by legendary drivers Ivor Bjob and Duncan Hamilton at the 1956 12 Hours of Reims. It even grabbed 6th place at Le Mans before a major accident ended Hamilton's run. Painted in classic British racing green, it's one of the rare long-nosed D-types ever made. One of these went for over $21 million at auction, and Lauren actually sells a tiny 1:18 replica of this exact car through a luxury model maker in the UK called Amalgam. 1958. Ferrari 250 Testa Rossa Spyder. Lauren owns not 1, but 2 Ferrari 250 Testa Rossas. That's right. One is the 1958 Scaglietti Spyder with chassis number 0734TR, and the other is a 1961 TR61 Fantuzzi Spyder, chassis 0792TR. Only 34 Ferrari 250 Testa Rossas were ever made, and back in the day, this model was considered the lightest and most aerodynamic race car. These Ferraris are so rare that you'll probably never see one on the road or even at an auction. But a prototype chassis of the same model was sold in 2011 for over $16 million. Some say the value of Ralph's Testa Rossa could be around $40 million today. He bought the Spyder in 1985 and had it fully restored at Grey Paul Motors. McLaren P1. Apart from the vintage cars in his collection, Lauren's McLaren P1 is a modern plug-in hybrid supercar. This car sold out before it even hit the streets. Only 375 units were built, and all of them were claimed within weeks of its launch in 2012. He told the media that the P1 was bought to drive and not collect. And who could blame him? With 900 horsepower, this machine goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds and hits a top speed of 217 miles per hour. All his gems are stored in a secret, climate-controlled garage in New York. Jaguar XKSS. The Jaguar XKSS was supposed to be a road version of the D-Type race car. Jaguar planned to make 25 of these in 1957, but before they could finish, a massive fire broke out at their Brown Lane factory. Only 16 cars were completed. The rest were burned to ashes. That fire made the XKSS an instant legend. Decades later, in 2016, Jaguar finally finished what they started. They built 9 exact replicas of the original XKSS by hand using the same blueprints. A fun fact about the car is that Hollywood icon Steve McQueen owned one. He called it the Green Rat, and it now lives in the Peterson Automotive Museum in LA. Lamborghini Reventon. Now this one really grabs attention, since only 16 of these were ever made. And Ralph has the 2010 model that was priced around $1.6 million. Even crazier, Lamborghini originally produced just 20 of the coupe version, but one of them was kept aside for the brand's own museum. And just look at it. Its design was inspired by the F-22 Raptor fighter jet. Reventon means small explosion in Spanish, which fits perfectly. It has got a 6.5-liter V12 engine with 670 horsepower. Right now, Ralph's Reventon is on display at the Audrey Museum in Rhode Island. And yes, he's been spotted next to it, matching in a dark outfit. Jaguar XK120 Alloy Roadster. This Jaguar in Lauren's collection once turned heads in the hands of Humphrey Bogart and Clark Gable. Back in 1948, it stunned everyone at the London Motor Show and quickly earned the title of the fastest production car, topping out at 120 miles per hour. That's where the 120 in its name comes from. Only 120 units were ever made with a lightweight aluminum body, before Jaguar shifted to cheaper steel. Today, these alloy models are the rarest of the rare. This very car also raced in the 1950 Mille Miglia, finishing 8th, driven by Clemente Biondetti. Ralph's version once wore red, but he gave it a custom dark olive finish. 2015 Ferrari LaFerrari. Lauren didn't chase every hypercar that hit the market, but in 2015, this one changed his mind because it was the fastest and Ferrari's first ever hybrid, blending raw V12 power with Formula 1 electric tech. It's called Charles Leclerc's, and it delivers over 950 horsepower. His LaFerrari flaunts a rare glossy black finish, making it one of the more unique models out there. When asked about his favorite car, Lauren shrugged and said, "Cars are like children. It's very hard to say that anyone is my favorite." But we know, this one's special. Porsche 918 Spyder. Lauren owns 2 of the same $1 million hypercar. The 918 Spyder first launched in 2014 and was called spine-tingling for a reason. It's a plug-in hybrid, and with a 4.6-liter V8 and 2 electric motors, it produces 875 horsepower. And Ralph didn't go for the base version. His cars come with the Weissach package, which means lighter weight, better handling, and even more speed. One of his 918 Spyders was actually on display at his 2017 fashion show in Bedford, New York, where he turned his garage into a runway, blending fashion with his insane car collection. He's rarely spotted with it, but collectors and fans know he's got not one, but two of these German monsters sitting in his garage. Do you know what Ralph Lauren's very first car was? Let us know in the comments. If you loved exploring the Ralph Lauren collection, then don't forget to like and subscribe, because if there's a legendary car collection out there, you'll find it right here on this channel.